It's a bullshit question.
Does that mean that you can't answer it?
It's a bullshit question. It's impossible to answer.
Impossible because you don't know the answer.
Nobody could answer that question.
Hey everyone, this is Andrew Parsons from Prologue Projects. I'm filling in for Leon while he's away. On this premium episode of 5-4, Peter, Rhiannon, and Michael are answering your questions. We'll get into how the justices write opinions, whether or not there's such a thing as a good prosecutor, and why it is that Clarence Thomas needs to borrow that private jet once again. This is 5-4, a podcast about how much the Supreme Court sucks.
Welcome to 5-4, where we dissect and analyze the Supreme Court cases that have left our civil rights stranded, like millionaires at a once-cool festival. I'm Peter. I'm here with Michael.
Hi, everybody.
And Rhiannon.
Hello. Sinking in some mud, huh?
Yeah.
Old news, I imagine, by the time folks listen to this, but we're just a couple days out from a bunch of absolute freaks getting stuck at Burning Man and the continued sort of fire festival-ication of everything that these people do. Like their submarines explode, festivals get bogged down, and they have to hike. Of course, it was particularly harrowing for the legal profession as it was revealed that Neil Katyal
survived.
Yeah.
That was what was harrowing.
Neil Katyal was at Burning Man, dressed like I imagine he thinks a cool teenager at Burning Man would dress, wearing like a propeller beanie and like a giant skull necklace.
Yes.
This is a man of 50-something.
He's got to be in his 50s.
Humiliating. Absolutely humiliating.
Yes.
Here's a little tip. I'm too old to be cool, but for our listeners who perhaps, like me, don't quite know what's cool and what's not, if you're at an event and Neil Katyal is there,
right,
it's not cool.
That's all you need to know. You can turn around and walk out.
That's right. So today, mailbag episode.
Yeah. Taking your questions.
That's right. We do this pretty rarely. Most podcasts do it a couple times a year because they're lazy.
Yeah.
We don't do it that often. Mostly, I think, because we forget. I think we forget that this is an option for us.
Yes. Right, that we could.
Yes.
So instead, we just prepare cases over and over and over again.
Yeah. Every once in a while, one of us will be like, or we could do a mailbag app.
Right.
And it's like,
Yeah. Incredible.
Absolutely. No reading needs to be done, especially because the quality of question continues to be below where we would want it to be.
Yes. You guys,
y'all,
you really need to form up here.
If we get one more fuck, marry, kill question about the Supreme Court justices, y'all, it's not funny, it's not creative, it's not interesting, and obviously the answer is you know?
Yeah. I will say in our listeners' defense, the law is a very technical thing, and so there are two paths. You can ask a really annoying technical legal question that no other listener wants to hear the answer to.
Right.
Or you can ask a very simple question that sort of butchers the legal elements, but is nonetheless a question that a normal human being might have.
Right.
So we understand that our listeners are in a tough spot.
That's right.
Which is why we try to answer this stuff in good faith and perhaps construct the question that we think you would ask if you were a legal nerd.
Yeah. Some questions we get a lot, and they're important. It's kind of a procedural Supreme Court question, just kind of like, hey, what are the logistics of this, right? One question we get a lot is kind of like,
hey, folks, if you want to hear the rest of this episode, you're going to have to subscribe. There are a few ways to subscribe to and support 5-4, get our premium episodes, and you can learn about them all at 54pod.com/support. Subscribers get a whole bunch of benefits, including exclusive episodes, members-only events, first dibs on live show tickets, and access to our very lively Slack channel. So if that sounds good, head over to 54pod, all spelled out, .com/support. Thanks.